Morning, students. Hope you all are good and staying at your home safely. So, students, yesterday I had explained you the first paragraph, that is the first passage of the poem, No Men Are Foreign. So, in the first passage, I will be giving you the review of the first passage again to all of you, so that whoever students had not attended or had not seen the video, they can easily get the summary of the first passage again. So, the first passage, the poet asks us to constantly remind ourselves that no human being is strange or different. He says that though people may wear different uniforms, but they all are same. Our skin may be of different color, but our soul is the same. Everyone walks upon the same earth and breathes the same air. We all are born on the same earth and survive, and after the end of our life, we all shall lie on the same earth. So, thus, all human beings are essentially similar. Now, today, I will be explaining you the passage 2 and passage 3 with the question answers based passage. Okay. So, the second passage is like this: they too aware of sun and air and water are fed by peaceful harvest, by wars, long winter stars. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. So here, students, the passage 2, in the passage 2, the poet says that they whom we call strangers or foreigners also uses the sun, air and water as we use. Like इसमें फर्स्ट में देखो लिखा ना, दे टू अवेयर ऑफ सन एंड एयर एंड वाटर. Here they means the stranger or the foreigners, what we think that they are foreigner people, or they are foreigners, they are stranger people. So here, the in this stanza the poet says that they whom we call stranger or foreigners also uses the sun, air and water as we use or we do. So they too are aware of them, and there is no difference in the way we use them. So that means that they also use the same thing as we use, and they are also aware of the same thing, that how one can take the air, or how one can breathe the from the air, or how one can use the sunlight. So they also aware of the same thing that we are aware, and thereby there is no foreigner among us, मतलब कि हमारे बीच में कोई भी foreigner नहीं है. So they get the crop and their eatables from the field as we do, and they like peace as we do. So second line is like this: are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter stars. Means that they also, the foreigner, the stranger also get the crop and their eatable from the field as we do, and they like peace as we do. So during the war, even they have to face hardship, as and they die due to the starvation as we should have. The third line is that their hands are ours, and in their lines we read now by wars long winter means the people who are the people who are hungry or died because of the war. Like अगर हमारे यहाँ लड़ाई हो रही है, वॉर हो रहा है, तो उस साइड भी, अपोजिट साइड भी क्या हो रहा है, वॉर हो रही है, लड़ाई हो रही है, वहाँ पर भी सारी चीज़ें ब्रेक हो रही है, वहाँ पर भी सारी चीज़ें दूर हो रही हैं. सो द पीपल आर ऑल्सो लाइक व्हाट, they are all also they are also facing hardship, and they also die due to the starvation as we do. So here, there is nothing like foreigners, because all the things go parallel. So they use their power of hands to get the things done as we do. Like us, they also speak to communicate with one another. So where does the strangers lie? So where do the foreigners lie? There's nothing like foreigner or stranger according to the poet. and we are similar in every respect. Therefore, the poet stresses that there is nothing as to be called stranger or foreigners or a foreign country. So I'm repeating or I'm explaining you this stanza again. Just listen it very carefully, student. That in the above four lines, the poet he's providing evidence of the similarity of all human beings. He says that all people across the world depend like we do on the sunlight, on the air, on the water for the survival. So they also depend on the same thing, and they too have seen periods of peace and period of war like we do. अगर हमारे यहाँ लड़ाई छिड़ी है, जंग छिड़ा है, तो उनके यहाँ भी ऐसे ही होता है. So they are also facing the same thing, and in times of peace they live in harmony, just like us. And but if the war has been a long winter to them like us, like अगर war होता है तो बहुत सालों तक चलता है, बहुत महीनों तक या बहुत दिनों तक, तो वो भी उसी तरह उन्हें भी वही चीज़ें फेस करनी रहती है. So if we said that, if now here the poet is saying that it is a period when food is scarce and they have to face the threat of starvation as we would have. So the same similarity is there. जो ऐसा हमारे साथ हो रहा है वैसे उनके साथ भी होता है. So they do hard work to survive as we do. मतलब कि हमें भी hard work करना पड़ता है to survive anything. So they also toil in the same manner as we do, and their labor is not different from ours in any way. So I guess you had understood the passage too. Now I'll go with the question answers. So the first question is, who are they in the first line? So here, they in the first line are those people who hail from the country other than ours. Okay, so this is the student, this is the answer. They in the first line are those people who hail from the countries other than ours. Now the second question, why do people starve during war's long winter? So the answer is, due to war all sorts of production come to halt. मतलब कि सारे प्रोडक्शन रुक जाते हैं. जैसे ड्यूरिंग पैराडेमिक क्या हुआ है, हर जगह के प्रोडक्शन रुक गए हैं. हर जगह का जो भी आपका इंपोर्ट और एक्सपोर्ट का बिजनेस पे बहुत ज़्यादा इस टाइम इफेक्ट हुआ है, क्योंकि ना उनका कोई हमारा सामान कुछ इंपोर्ट हो रहा है, ना एक्सपोर्ट हो रहा है, ना उधर से आ रहा है. सो ड्यू टू वॉर, ये तो वॉर है ही, क्योंकि एक तरह से हमें किससे लड़ना है, कोरोना से. सो हेयर देयर ऑल्सो द पोएट इज सेइंग दैट ड्यू टू वॉर all sorts of production come to halt means stop, and as a result of which people suffer or starve to death. Now the third question, explain in their lives we read. So it means the lines of destiny that astrologers read in one's palm. So the answer is, it means the lines of destiny that astrologers read in one's palm. Fourth question, what does the poet say in the last line of the above stanza? The last line. And what was the last line? That a labor not different from ours own. So the answer is, the poet says that people living in other countries also toil. Toil means suffer in the same manner as we do. So thus they are in no way different from us. Now I'll explain you the third paragraph, and the third paragraph is like this. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life, they all can recognize and understand. Now wake means to rise, strength means power, land means country, and recognize means know. So here the poet says that our enemies also have the same kind of eyes the way we do. Eyes that see, sleep and wake. जैसे हमारे पास eyes है, हमारी आईज सोती हैं, जगती हैं और क्या चीज़ों को देखती है। वैसे हमारे एनिमीज़ के पास भी या फिर जो हमारे स्ट्रेंजर्स है या फॉरेनर्स हैं उनके पास भी सेम आइज हैं एंड दे ऑल्सो वर्क इन द सेम वे लाइक आर आइज डू, like to see, see, sleep and wake. So we both have physical strength that can be won by brutal force and the strength of the heart, and that can be won by love. मीन्स हमारे पास भी वही फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ है जैसे उनके पास है, बट हमारे पास एक्सटर्नल फोर्स आ जाती है लाइक द आर्म्स और द, जैसे हमारे पास कोई भी आर्म्स आ जाते हैं उससे ज़्यादा हमारे पास ताकत हो जाती है, तो हम लोग क्या होता है, हम लोग ज़्यादा ताकतवर हो जाते हैं। बट इस चीज़ को और फिर हम लोग उस चीज़ को हेटेड में कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं, बट दिस हेटेड शुड बी कन्वर्टेड बाय अ love. We can win the our enemies heart by love. So every population of every nation in this world recognize and understand the true essence of the common life of people. So in the third paragraph, the poet wants to say that uh, how can someone be a stranger or a country be foreign with so much of similarity? Why? Because he says that all of them whom we call stranger have the same eyes like that of ours, and they too see the world like us. They also follow the course of earth every day, sleep, wake, and sleep, wake, or see, and they too are essential or sensitive like us, so they have strength like us, but they are courteous to love and sympathy. And even like if the poet says that overall we can see that there is no difference in the way we live. So whenever we go, life has a similar mechanism, students, which is easily identifiable and can be understood with much easy. So the poet is here, if I conclude or if I summing up the third paragraph, the poet is right in saying that no men are strange and no country is foreign, because they also do the same thing like we do. They also have the same thing, like eyes or the leg, the hand, or the productions, all these are the same thing like we have. So here the poet is summing up, and he is saying that no men are foreign or no men are stranger. Now I'll go with the question answers of the paragraph. So the first question is, what is common between the eyes of the people of two countries? ठीक है, उन्होंने ये बोला है कि क्या डिफरेंस है, what are the common thing that is between the eyes of the people of two countries. The answer is the eyes of both wake and sleep in the same manner. So जैसे हमारी आंखें बंद होती है, जगती है, सोती हैं, देखती हैं, तो वैसे ही उनके भी सारी चीज़ें सोती, जगती और देखती हैं. ओके. Now the second question, how can one win over the strength of the stronger people? कैसे एक स्ट्रॉन्गर पीपल के को जीता जा सकता है दूसरे पर. सो वन कैन विन ओवर द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द स्ट्रॉन्गर पीपल थ्रू लव. Now the next question is, what should we recognize and understand? So all people across the world share a common life and they are in no way different from one another. So we should recognize and understand this fact. I am repeating the answer once again. All people across the world share a common life. They are in no way different from one another, and we should recognize and understand this fact. Now the fourth question, why is it essential? So it is essential for global brotherhood. It will lead us to a better life. We should not hate or we should not fight with each other. We should even love each other. We should वो भी उन्हीं सारी चीज़ों से सफ़र करें जैसे हम सफ़र करते हैं. ड्यूरिंग अ वॉर टाइम दे आर ऑल्सो सफरिंग थ्रू द स्टार्वेशन और द डेथ. सो आर कंट्री पीपल आर ऑल्सो सफरिंग फ्रॉम द सेम थिंग. अगर इस टाइम अगर हमारा एग्जाम्पल ले, ड्यूरिंग पैराडेमिक व्हाट हैपेंड, अगर इंडिया में में जितनी अगर एम्प्लॉयमेंट देखा जाए, एम्प्लॉयज़ अपनी जॉब को लॉस करे, वैसे उतना ही बाहर भी कंट्रीज़ में इन लोगों ने अपनी जॉब को, दे हैव ऑल्सो सफर फ्रॉम द सेम थिंग. So they have also lost their job. So the people are, the whole world is suffering through this, like during this pandemic. Overall, the whole world is suffering from this corona. So the poet is also saying that during the war time, only one country is not suffering or one people is not suffering. The both the countries, or all the countries, that is taking a part in that war, they are suffering, and the people are suffering through that war. So it is very essential for global brotherhood. It will lead us to a better life. So students, I guess you have understood this, these two paragraph. Tomorrow I will be explaining you the last two paragraph, that is fourth paragraph and the fifth paragraph. And on Saturday I will be discussing the question answers that is given at the back of the chapters with you all. So students, just take care, and if you have any query you can ask from me. Thank you students, take care and bye bye.